Man, shout out to y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the world champ Philadelphia Eagles, man. The parade was crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? But now it was like, that's over. We won the bowl. We knew we was good enough to win the bowl. And now it's back to the hunt. It's back to the hunt. You know what I mean? We got some crazy free agent stuff we need to address. We got some high profile guys that made a name for themselves this year. Milton Williams, Zach Bond, Josh Sweat. It's almost going to be impossible for the Philadelphia Eagles to keep a lot of those guys, but we're going to talk about that. You know what I mean? I want to talk about this in this video. The general consensus right now is since nobody could really explain what they just saw. You know what I mean? Nobody can explain what they just saw, how Jalen Hurts was able to defy the odds, how Jalen Hurts was able to do what he did, you know what I mean, in the Super Bowl, how the Philadelphia Eagles was basically able to win the Super Bowl. Nobody can explain how that happened. So now the running narrative is it's at least 10 to 15 quarterbacks that could have beat Patrick Mahomes with Jalen Hurts' roster. Such lazy reporting going on right now, such hurt feelings, such high dosages of copium going on social media and even in a lot of these guys' videos. So my question is this: who are these mysterious 10 to 15 quarterbacks that could have beat Patrick Mahomes? Who are they? Who are they? Who are they? Of course, we know about the big four. Everybody want to name this big four. You know what I mean? And Burrow, Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? Not Mahomes. They want to name the three. Lamar, Josh Allen, and Joe Burrow. You know what I mean? Some people even still naming Justin Herbert. Now, let's stop right at Lamar Jackson first. Lamar got a lot of MVPs. Lamar, you know the talent level that Lamar has. You know what I mean? Lamar is not Jalen Hurts, though, in a couple key areas to why I would have to push back and say Lamar Jackson couldn't have beat the Kansas City Chiefs either. You know what I mean? First of all, let's go to like the very root of this thing. Let's go to the very root of this thing. Lamar, now everybody that's supposedly in the big four, they play in the AFC. They play in the AFC. Lamar and Josh Allen haven't stopped, Patrick Mahomes from going to a Super Bowl yet. Josh Allen played against Josh Allen played against Patrick Mahomes 4 times in the playoffs. He hasn't beat him once. He hasn't made it competitive once. He has not made it competitive once. He has not made it competitive to the point to where he won. Yeah, he might have had some good games, some good throws, but did he win? That's really what it boiled down to when you're talking about this stuff, man. Did Josh Allen beat Patrick Mahomes? They conference mates. Has he beat him yet? No. Has Lamar Jackson beat him in the postseason? I don't think so. Joe Burrow got him that one time in the AFC Championship, but Joe Burrow ain't been back to the playoffs yet. So let's start with Lamar. I think it's a joke to make it seem like all of a sudden that the Baltimore Ravens weren't a talented football team. They had Derrick Henry, second in rushing. Derrick Henry and Saquon was battling it out for the rushing title for a cut until Saquon put a string of games together and got ultimate separation. You know what I'm saying? Really good roster over there. Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, Lamar Jackson threw for 30 touchdown passes. 30 touchdown passes. Lamar Jackson couldn't even get past Josh Allen. And it was due largely in part to his fault. See, this is what I think Jalen Hurts has over Lamar Jackson. This is what I think he has over him. I think Jalen Hurts knows when to run and when to throw the ball. I think Lamar Jackson does not know when to do those things. You know what I mean? I think Lamar Jackson still hasn't developed that. He hasn't developed that. Jalen Hurts is way better than Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen at the line of scrimmage. He is. He's shown it. Did you see the way he handled the Spagnolia blitz? Look at what Josh Allen did. Mind you, this is a guy who just lost to Patrick Mahomes. He lost to Patrick Mahomes. He had a talented roster as well. He couldn't get it done. He could not get it done. The last play of the game, Spagnolia heated him up. He made an errant throw. Spagnolia tried to heat Jalen Hurts up all night. What happened? His IQ was able to read the blitz and find a one-on-one matchup time and time again. Out of these 10 to 15 guys that everybody think would have beat Patrick Mahomes, you know what I mean? How many of them is rushing for 70 yards in the Super Bowl? How many of them doing that? How many of these guys is rushing for 70 yards in the Super Bowl? I don't think it's a lot of people that's doing that. Jalen Hurts is efficient. Jalen Hurts knows when to run. Jalen Hurts calls out protections, calls out blitzes. Jalen Hurts is far more advanced at the line of scrimmage than everybody in the National Football League. It's Jalen Hurts and it's Patrick Mahomes when you're talking about being cerebral at the line of scrimmage. The tape don't lie, man. The tape prove it. Who is these other guys, bro? And if these other guys could have did what Jalen Hurts did against Patrick Mahomes, why they don't never do it? Why they don't never come close? Why don't these guys be seeming like they're a few pieces away? Why? Why? And another thing that's weird to me, people are talking about, oh, ring culture. Ring culture. Ring culture is ruining sports. But y'all big on stat culture. The guys y'all think better than Jalen Hurts, y'all use stats to prove it. Y'all not using rings because rings end the discussion. Rings ends the discussion, man. Listen, I can't be rattled. I can't be moved. I can't be wavered. Jalen Hurts is a top 3 guy in the National Football League at his position. He been to 2 Super Bowls. Josh Allen ain't been to none. Lamar Jackson ain't been to none. You know what I'm saying? Joe Burrow been to 1, walked away empty-handed. Walked away empty-handed. He outplayed Patrick Mahomes twice in these Super Bowls. These guys can't even beat him in the playoffs to get to a Super Bowl, bro. And now everybody want to blame the team. These guys be having players. These guys be having drafts. These guys be doing all of the same stuff that we be doing, bro. All of the same stuff that we be doing. All we did was go get winners. Georgia Bulldog, let's go get winners. Look at Brock Bowers, a winner. That's why he had the season that he had. We're going to go get winners. We're not going to overcomplicate this. We're going to spend our money in free agency to bring winners along. So no, I don't feel sorry for nobody who says, oh, the roster this, the roster that, the roster this. Bro, it's a lot of good enough rosters in the National Football League to win a Super Bowl. It's a lot of great rosters that's good enough to win a Super Bowl. A lot of great rosters, man. But it takes the right group of men and it takes the right leader. The right leader. Josh Allen is comfortable. It don't burn him up enough. He's comfortable going home losing. Oh, we'll get him again next year. He's comfortable not being able to beat Patrick Mahomes. Lamar Jackson, his press conference when they lost, oh, we got to hold on to the darn ball. He's comfortable with that L. He's comfortable with that L. When Jalen Hurts lost in the Super Bowl, it did something to him. He said it changed his soul. It changed his soul. You need somebody that's obsessed with the game. A lot of these guys not obsessed with knowledge. It's been spoon-fed to them. Jalen Hurts has been disrespected. That did something to him. It did something to him. What, they gonna status to death? The Herbert, the eye test? Oh, he just doesn't look the way y'all want it to look? What about playing the game the right way? What about that? Why playing the game the right way don't matter no more? Whatever happened to that? Remember, playing the game the right way used to matter. That's all he do is don't turn over the ball. Best deep ball in the game. I think Jalen Hurts got a better deep ball than Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. I think him and Pat are the only ones in this conversation. Him and Pat. Burrow got a solid deep ball too up there with them guys too. So it's things that Jalen Hurts do that's way better than these other guys who y'all keep suckling at the teat. But you know what I mean? It just looked pretty. It looked pretty. They spirals tighter and all this, that, and the third. It looked pretty though, right? It looked pretty. Jalen Hurts is a world champion, a Super Bowl MVP. A world champion, a Super Bowl MVP. Who from this generation, who from this generation got them accolades, bro? Jalen and Pat. Jalen and Pat. What could be the motivation for saying a guy like Dak Prescott is better than Jalen Hurts at this point? We division rivals? Make it make sense. Jalen Hurts got 6 playoff wins now, y'all. 6 playoff wins. 6 playoff wins. Ring culture. They want to make it seem like Jalen Hurts is Brad Johnson. What's the dude that won it with the Bear? That with Peyton Manning won his first John. Rex Grossman went to the Super Bowl. They want to make it seem like he that so much. This is the difference between Jalen Hurts and all of these other guys. Nick Foles. And shout out to Nick. But this is the difference. Jalen Hurts is a franchise quarterback, bro. Jalen Hurts won the Super Bowl making $50 million a year. The team paid Jalen Hurts because they knew Jalen Hurts could get them to this point. That's the major difference that a lot of y'all are forgetting. It's a lot of guys making a bag in the National Football League who haven't even been able to have a return on their investment, man. A return on their investment. Dak Prescott making $60 million a year. Y'all hate ring culture. You know the culture that I hate. I hate the next man up, get the biggest bag culture. That's what I hate. Because Jordan Love making more money than Jalen Hurts is laughable. Trevor Lawrence making more money than Jalen Hurts is laughable. Dak Prescott making more money than Jalen Hurts is laughable. Herbert making more money than Jalen Hurts is laughable. Because what have they done to show that they worth that money? Where's the return on investment at? What have they done? What have they done for their ownership that say that money was warranted? Jalen Hurts' money warranted. Jalen Hurts' money is warranted, bro. He earned his money, bro. Pat earned his money. What the rest of these guys earn? What the rest of these guys earn? What promises have they delivered on? Jalen Hurts ain't promised nothing. He just delivered. Mahomes is promising the Lamar and Josh Allen. They're promising these things because y'all say they top three. Y'all say they top three every year. So now what being top three means, oh, you're going to get us to a Super Bowl at some point. They're promising this. MVP awards for these guys because they look pretty when they doing it. Nobody ain't putting nothing in the trophy cabinet, man. Jalen Hurts put 2 NFC titles in the trophy cabinet and a Super Bowl. And took a Super Bowl MVP at home, man. Elite quarterback. Elite quarterback. The conversation is over. The conversation is dead. Moving forward, respect need to be put on Jalen Hurts' name. Or we got to start looking at this as a mental illness. We got to start looking at this as a mental illness. A mental illness.